Halt, Who Goes There by Stanley Holloway. When Sam first came to London, George the Fourth were king. He'd been in army, man and boy, for 20 years come spring. The troops were lined up on parade and Sergeant says, "Hey Sam, tonight there goes on sentry go at Palace, Buckingham." So off goes Sam to Palace Gate, his chest all puffed out with pride. With musket on his shoulder he walked up and down outside. A crowd soon thronged about him, which caused a fearful jam. Some looked at King and Queen, some come to look at Sam. He stood there, cold and haughty like, with dignity sublime. Some asked, were you at Waterloo? And some asked, what's the time? Then suddenly from out the crowd a man walks bold and straight. He crosses right in front of Sam and tries to open gate. "Oh, who goes there?" said Sam. "Who's thee, does thou suppose?" The stranger answered, "George the Fourth, I lives in here, the nose." And Sam, "Do you think I'm daft? Don't try and tell me that. If thou'rt king, then where's the crown?" "That wearing bowler hat." "That's right," said King, "that's right enough. It's strange to thee though about. But it was raining when I come out." "Oh well," said Sam, "I suppose it's right. I didn't know it was thee." The King said, "No offence, me lad, come in for a cup of tea." "I'd like a cup of tea," said Sam. "I don't mind if I do." When Queen she pours a cup of tea. "How many lumps, Sam? 2? He chatted there for half an hour. Then knock come at the door. The King he goes and finds the Duke of Wellington there for sure. "Good afternoon," said Duke of Wellington, "is Sam with thee?" "Aye, he is and all," said King. "He's having a cup of tea." "Well, that's a pretty thing," said Duke. "That's pretty, I declare." And then he catches sight of Sam and says, "Sam, what are you doing there?" Sam comes to go all gumpy like and red as anything. "I'm doing nothing," Duke he cried, "except having tea with King." "I thought there was something up," the Duke coldly replied, "because I seed he musket leaning against rail outside. Some clumsy clod had knocked it o'er. It gave me quite a stir. I stooped and picked it up, seeing as thee weren't there." "They stooped and picked me musket up," said Sam. "Well, I declare, and thee with thy lumbago too, I bet it made thee swear." "I'll not wait for second cup," said Sam, "I'll come with thee. So goodbye, both their majesties, and long live both their majesties, and when thou next in Lancashire, thou hast tea with me."